Thanks for staying with us at STL Live. I'm Sarah Bernard, and my guests are Tonya Walker and Lynette Trares. We've been talking about the Survivor Fashion Week that's here in St. Louis for the first time ever.
First time ever. I believe we're a nationwide cause. We've got the .org, we own the .com, we've filed a trademark.
So starting here with great plans for the future. So it's a fashion show. The models being people like Tonya, who are survivors of breast cancer, and it's called Survivor Fashion Week. So tell us about that, the week versus the actual event itself.
Well, we have the week set aside for any retailers that want to get involved in donating a portion of their proceeds during the week from retailers. I've reached out to many, and you're still invited to join us. Anyone who wants to promote Survivor Fashion Week during the week and maybe dedicate a day to a certain amount of proceeds of sales, they can donate to the breastinkproject.org. All the proceeds, 100% of the net proceeds for Survivor Fashion Week, including the finale event that Friday night, I'll speak about that in just a moment, are to go to Siteman Cancer Center's Breast Cancer Fund. We have a specific fund set aside with Siteman for Survivor Fashion Week Patient Care Fund.
Okay. The event itself is going to be held at the St. Louis Artists Guild in Clayton.
Yes.
And how does one get tickets to the event?
Well, the tickets are on sale. You can go to survivorfashionweek.org, or you can follow us on Facebook. It has its own Facebook page designated to it, as well as an Instagram page.
Okay.
So Survivor Fashion Week, nothing else, just Survivor Fashion Week on Facebook, Survivor Fashion Week on Instagram, and survivorfashionweek.org for tickets.
Okay, and comp tickets, you were saying in the last segment, are available to survivors, which
Correct.
is a really, really nice, a nice offer. Okay, so moving forward, so Tonya, for you, this is probably a coming out of sorts. You've survived this really quick stint of being diagnosed, the surgery, all this in just a few months' time, and now you're going out there and projecting really something of an image of hope for a lot of women who are really scared, or maybe they don't even know they're scared yet, but they're afraid. We live in this fear of breast cancer. It's hitting home for a lot of people these days.
Yes.
So with your opportunity to be a part of this event, where do you feel this is going to take you moving forward?
Yeah, I'm not necessarily sure where it's going to take me, but I think, I've been called, so to speak, to help boost confidence, in women who are not necessarily willing to be forthcoming about their scars, to be faced with cancer is such a traumatic experience, and it affects you in many ways, primarily physically, mentally, the whole mental anguish of it. Physically, a lot of times, we don't necessarily feel that we're beautiful anymore. If we have a spouse or a significant other, it sort of messes with us in that area, as well as spiritually. I'm a woman of faith, and it definitely rocked my faith to the core. And so me being a part of Survivor Fashion Week is just a way of, letting women know that you are still beautiful, you are still whole, you are still alive, and you're here, and it's nothing to be ashamed of, So I think that by being a part of Survivor Fashion Week and showing my scars, lets other women know that you can overcome this.
Right. And Lynette, how do you feel about what Tonya's saying? Is this part of what this feeling that she's sharing with us is what inspired you to start this project?
Well, it touches me even more because I'm sitting right next to her, and we did not know each other 2 months ago. So I know that we're placed in front of each other for a reason. My plight with Survivor Fashion Week was to put a little more focus on a local cause, but also a national cause. Women are younger and younger. Our daughters are being diagnosed with breast cancer. So for me, with the Breast Ink Project, with Survivor Fashion Week, and for what I do as a living as a tattooist, I have a book of over 1,700 women that I've touched in the last 8 years. I cannot tell you how many have sat with me. And once we build relationships, I mean, I'm doing what I'm doing aesthetically, some of it medical. I build relationships. And in those relationships, I've had too many women tell me their journey, or about their journey, or that they've been recently diagnosed, or they had it 10 years ago, and they're on the other side. But they've also told me about their struggles, like Tonya's explaining into, financially getting back up on your feet. Breast cancer treatment is not a 12-week FMLA, vacation from your job. There are many that are struggling to get back up on their feet for up to a year or longer. And I knew the need to. I have a bachelor's degree in nonprofit organization and human services, and it just really kind of called me back to a world of social work too that I come from.
Yeah.
And then I would be able to give back and use my bachelor's and my education and my job to do what I felt was my calling with the women that I meet every day.
Yeah, I'm so glad you two found each other. It seems like it was the perfect pairing.
We're excited about what's coming
right
forward.
down to your
us.
dresses.
I know, we didn't plan it.
I know, I love it. Okay, so there's more information on Survivor Fashion Week and the runway show at survivorfashionweek.org. And there's more STL Live after this. Please stay with us.